Naruto, a story of ninjas, friendship, war, trauma, redemption, and aliens? Yeah, somewhere along the way, our favorite underdog ninja show decided, you know what this ancient ninja world needs? An alien goddess who eats chakra fruits. And I'm here to say that out loud. The aliens completely ruined Naruto's story. Let's break down how a grounded, emotional, ninja-centered journey got hijacked by a race of intergalactic parasites who turned chakra into space dust and wiped out the very soul of the series. What made Naruto great wasn't just the flashy jutsus or giant foxes fighting in the sky. It was the coming-of-age story, a tale about pain, perseverance, and people. Naruto Uzumaki, hated, ignored, orphaned, lonely, wanted nothing more than to be acknowledged. Every battle that he fought was emotional. Every villain was a reflection of what he could have become if he made the wrong choices. Sasuke Uchiha, the avenger of the pain of genocide and pressure of legacy. Gaara, a monster made by his own village's cruelty. Itachi, a genius who sacrificed everything for peace. Pain, a war child who turned to extremism after losing everything. Each of them had deep motivations, personal, tragic, and human. So why did they all throw that away and drop a space queen from another dimension into the story? The answer? Power creep. See, the stakes in Naruto used to be very clear early on. The missions were deadly, a Jonin was scary, and the Akatsuki were terrifying. Every power-up felt earned. Every enemy required strategy, teamwork, and growth. But by the time we got to the end of Shippuden, we were not fighting ninjas anymore for some reason. We were fighting gods. I guess it's Dragon Ball Super now? Kaguya Otsutsuki wasn't just another boss, she was a last-minute retcon bomb. All of a sudden, chakra didn't come from nature, it wasn't about discipline or emotional control. It all came from an alien tree. The entire philosophy of the series about harnessing your inner energy, your will, your resolve was tossed aside and replaced with alien fruit lore. Kaguya was never built up, she wasn't hinted properly, she had no emotional relevance to the characters, and she didn't represent any of the show's core themes. Kaguya was just a bigger threat, a stronger being, a last minute oops, Madara, not the final boss by the way, panic button, and it felt really empty. Let's compare this to Pain, arguably the best villain in Naruto. When Naruto fights Pain, he's not just throwing fists, he's facing his own philosophy. And that makes it really interesting, because Pain challenges Naruto's belief in peace. He shows Naruto what happens when hatred isn't broken, when it's passed down like a curse. The fight ends not with a punch, but a conversation. And yeah, that's Naruto's Hug no Jutsu. Now, think about Kaguya. Does she represent Naruto's ideology, his past, his people, his pain? No, she's a disconnected alien with no emotional ties to anyone, not even Black Zetsu, who they also retcon into being her will's incarnate. It's lazy writing. And the worst part, it didn't stop with her. Because then came Boruto. And look, I get it, sequels are hard. You have to introduce new stakes and new villains, but instead of evolving the ninja world organically, they just escalated it. They didn't raise the stakes at all, they just launched them into space. Momoshiki, Kinshiki, Urashiki, Ishiki, Code, Daemon. Everyone has alien DNA and time freeze hacks now. Suddenly, chakra isn't even special, it's just space energy. The Otsutsuki literally operate like sci-fi gods, and they don't care about anything but planting divine trees and farming planets. They're emotional parasites, basically. They don't hate Naruto, they don't challenge his morals, they don't push him to grow. They just show up and start wrecking things. How do you emotionally invest in this? And the worst part, these aliens destroy the legacy of the original characters. Naruto, who went from a lonely orphan to Hokage, is now being sidelined or depowered just to make the new threat seem dangerous. Sasuke, one of the coolest rivals in anime history, loses his Rinnegan to a teenager getting possessed. And Kurama killed off for shock value. This is not evolution, this is regression. These characters who earned their strength and peace and their redemptions by being nerfed, humiliated, or erased to sell the next generation? And the next generation isn't being written as the future of the ninja world even, they're being written as vessels for alien gods. Boruto. This is not a passing of the torch. This is a hard reset of the show. It did not have to be this way. The Otsutsuki could have worked if they were handled with nuance. Imagine if Kaguya had been a myth, a warning story passed down through generations, not a literal alien, a metaphor for the dangers of unchecked power. Or maybe if the Otsutsuki weren't aliens at all, but an ancient civilization of the humans who discovered chakra and corrupted it. That would tie directly into the show's themes, the abuse of power, the cycle of hatred, and the way history repeats. Give us a final villain who mirrors Naruto, who truly believes that peace is impossible and that domination is the only answer. Instead, we got Dragon Ball Z, but with way worse pacing and zero emotional payoff. The irony is, Naruto was always a bit mystical. The Sage of Six Paths, the Tailed Beast, the reincarnations of Indra and Ashura, that was all fine because it was rooted into the world. But the Otsutsuki, they were above the world. They're not from it, they don't care about it, and what's worse, they make everyone else feel insignificant. And the result? A hollow sequel. One that looks like Naruto, but doesn't feel like Naruto. Naruto was about heart. Now it's all about karma seals and cosmic gods with horned eyebrows. They didn't just jump the shark. They summoned the 10 tails, fused with the shark, launched it into another dimension, and gave it a chakra cannon. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did the aliens ruin Naruto for you as well? Or is the Otsutsuki saga better than people give it credit for? If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. See you next time.